Welcome, Capricorn. As the week of July 20th through July 26th begins, you'll notice that life is gradually rewarding the discipline, patience, and persistence you've shown over the past several months. While others may have been looking for shortcuts, you've continued building your future one careful step at a time. There were moments when your progress felt invisible. There were days when you questioned whether your hard work would ever be recognized. This week begins answering those questions. The universe is preparing to show you that consistent effort never goes unnoticed. Success may not always arrive quickly, but when it arrives after patience and determination, it lasts much longer. One of the biggest themes of this week is confidence. Not the loud kind that demands attention, but the quiet confidence that comes from knowing exactly who you are and what you're capable of achieving. You've learned valuable lessons through experience, and now those lessons begin turning into opportunities. Professionally, this could become one of your strongest weeks in recent months. Projects that have moved slowly finally begin showing real progress. Managers, clients, or business partners start recognizing not only your work ethic, but also your reliability, professionalism, and ability to solve difficult problems without creating unnecessary drama. You naturally become someone people depend on. And this week, that reputation opens important doors. Don't be surprised if you're trusted with greater responsibilities or invited to participate in projects that carry significant long-term potential. Although these opportunities may initially seem challenging, remember that growth has always appeared when you've accepted responsibilities others were afraid to take. If you're searching for employment, remain patient but proactive. A recommendation, an interview, a message from someone you've worked with before, or an unexpected opportunity through your professional network could completely change your direction. The universe rewards preparation. Continue improving your skills because the right opportunity is moving closer every day. Entrepreneurs and business owners also experience encouraging momentum. Expansion plans, long-term investments, strategic partnerships, and improvements to your business systems receive strong support this week. Rather than chasing temporary success, you continue building something designed to last for years. Financially, stability becomes the primary focus. You may receive additional income through bonuses, commissions, profitable investments, freelance work, or delayed payments finally arriving. This improvement brings greater peace of mind, but it also reminds you of something important. Money should become your servant, never your master. The smartest financial decisions this week involve planning for the future rather than satisfying temporary desires. Saving, investing, reducing unnecessary expenses, building additional income streams, improving professional skills. These choices may not provide instant excitement, but they create long-term freedom. Someone with valuable financial knowledge may also offer advice worth considering. Listen carefully. Experience often teaches lessons that money alone cannot buy. Emotionally, you're entering a much calmer chapter. The pressure you've been carrying begins easing. Instead of constantly worrying about every possible outcome, you begin trusting yourself to handle whatever comes next. That shift changes everything. Because peace doesn't come from controlling every situation. It comes from trusting your ability to adapt. Throughout the week, you'll also notice yourself becoming less concerned about impressing people who never truly understood your journey. Your priorities become much clearer. You no longer chase approval. You chase purpose. That emotional maturity becomes one of your greatest strengths. Unexpected opportunities may arrive through experienced professionals, mentors, business leaders, or people who admire your work from a distance. Someone may quietly recommend you for an opportunity you've never considered possible. Remain humble, remain prepared, and when opportunity arrives, don't hesitate. You've earned it. Love also begins moving in a positive direction. If you're already in a relationship, this week encourages honest conversations about the future. You and your partner may discuss shared financial goals, travel plans, family matters, or long-term commitments. These conversations strengthen trust because both of you become more focused on building a stable future together. Love isn't always about dramatic moments. Sometimes it's about choosing each other every single day. Single Capricorns may unexpectedly meet someone through work, business, education, or mutual friends. This person is likely to appreciate your intelligence, maturity, and quiet confidence rather than superficial qualities. Allow the connection to grow naturally. The strongest relationships are built slowly, just like the strongest careers. Family relationships also receive supportive energy. You may reconnect with relatives you've missed or finally resolve practical issues that have created unnecessary stress. Older family members may share advice that becomes surprisingly valuable in the months ahead. Creatively, this week proves that practicality and imagination can work together beautifully. Whether you're building a business, creating content, planning investments, organizing projects, or designing something new, your ideas become both innovative and realistic. Don't ignore inspiration simply because it arrives unexpectedly. Some of your greatest achievements may begin with one simple thought. Health remains generally strong, although balance remains essential. Because you're naturally hardworking, it's easy to convince yourself that rest can wait until later. But this week reminds you, rest isn't wasting time. Rest is preparing for greater success. Exercise, healthy meals, quality sleep, time in nature, meaningful conversations. These habits restore your energy far more effectively than endless work ever could. Spiritually, your intuition quietly grows stronger. You may notice meaningful coincidences, unexpected insights, or dreams that leave a lasting impression. Don't dismiss them. Your logical mind is one of your greatest strengths. But this week reminds you that wisdom comes from balancing logic with intuition. As the weekend approaches, you'll recognize something remarkable. You're no longer building your future from fear. You're building it from confidence. That difference changes every decision you make. Continue believing in your journey. Continue trusting your discipline. Continue moving forward one steady step at a time. Because Capricorn, everything you've been patiently working toward is beginning to take shape as the second half of the week unfolds. You'll begin noticing that many of the questions you've carried for months are finally finding answers. Situations that once seemed uncertain begin making perfect sense, and you'll realize that every delay had a purpose. The universe wasn't closing doors to punish you. It was protecting you from paths that no longer matched your future. Now, a new path begins to appear, and this one feels different, feels stronger, more stable, more aligned with the person you're becoming. Professionally, your dedication continues producing impressive results. Your reputation for honesty, responsibility, and consistency makes you one of the most respected people in your workplace. While others may rely on promises, you rely on actions, and people are beginning to notice the difference. Someone important may begin trusting you with confidential responsibilities or invite you to become part of a long-term project with tremendous growth potential. Don't let modesty stop you from accepting opportunities. You didn't arrive here by luck. You earned your position through years of patience, discipline, and commitment. If you've been considering applying for a promotion, changing industries, starting your own company, or taking on a leadership role, this week encourages you to believe in your abilities. The timing is becoming more favorable than it has been in a long while. Business owners may also experience encouraging developments. New clients, stronger partnerships, improved business systems, or unexpected recommendations could significantly increase future success. Continue focusing on quality instead of speed. Remember, strong businesses are built one satisfied customer at a time. Financially, this week brings greater confidence. Delayed income may finally arrive, or you may discover additional earning opportunities through freelance work, consulting, investments, or business expansion. While the financial outlook becomes brighter, avoid allowing excitement to influence major purchases. Instead, think several steps ahead. Your future deserves today's discipline. This is also an excellent time to review savings goals, retirement planning, property investments, or long-term financial strategies. Every smart decision you make now creates greater freedom later. Emotionally, something remarkable begins happening. You stop carrying burdens that never belonged to you. For too long, you've accepted responsibilities simply because you believed no one else would handle them properly. Now you're beginning to understand something important. You cannot solve every problem. You cannot save everyone. And you cannot build your future while constantly carrying someone else's weight. Choosing your own peace isn't selfish. It's necessary. The moment you begin protecting your emotional energy, everything around you starts improving. Love enters a deeply meaningful phase. If you're already in a relationship, this becomes an excellent week for strengthening trust and discussing long-term plans. Conversations about your future together become much more comfortable, and both of you feel increasingly secure about where the relationship is heading. Sometimes true love isn't found in dramatic moments. It's found in quiet mornings, shared dreams, mutual respect, and the decision to keep choosing each other every single day. If you're single, someone may unexpectedly enter your life through work, professional networking, family connections, or educational activities. This person may initially appear reserved, but beneath that calm exterior is someone with genuine loyalty and emotional depth. Don't rush to judge first impressions. Some of the strongest relationships develop slowly. Friendships also become an important source of motivation. A close friend may introduce you to an exciting opportunity, offer practical advice, or simply remind you how much you've grown over the past year. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your progress instead of competing with it. Your creativity reaches an impressive level during the second half of the week. Whether you're improving business strategies, organizing your home, creating content, planning future investments, or solving complex problems, practical inspiration flows naturally. Write every good idea down. Some of the thoughts that seem ordinary today could eventually transform your career. Spiritually, you're entering a period of greater inner wisdom. Instead of constantly searching for answers outside yourself, you begin trusting your own experience. Life has taught you valuable lessons, and now those lessons become one of your greatest strengths. Your intuition becomes quieter, but far more accurate. Listen carefully to that inner voice. It knows more than you realize. Health remains stable, but your body reminds you to slow down occasionally. Capricorn often believes productivity means working without stopping, yet your greatest strength comes when discipline is balanced with proper rest. Take time to recharge. Exercise consistently. Spend time outdoors. Disconnect from unnecessary stress whenever possible. A healthy mind creates a stronger future. As the weekend approaches, you'll recognize a powerful truth. The mountain you've been climbing no longer seems impossible, because you've already come farther than you ever imagined. Every difficult season, every sacrifice, every late night, every challenge has shaped the successful person standing here today. The universe isn't asking you to prove your strength anymore. You've already done that. Now it's preparing to reward your persistence. Walk confidently into the coming week. Trust every lesson you've learned. Continue making wise decisions. Continue believing in yourself even when progress feels slow. Because Capricorn, the success you've been patiently building is no longer just a dream. It's becoming your reality. And this week marks another important milestone on a journey that will eventually exceed even your highest expectations. And this week marks the beginning of a chapter filled with greater success, stronger relationships, financial stability, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing that your persistence has finally begun paying off. Your future has never looked more promising.